Hey guys, this is your friend Mainal from Civil Center and I welcome all of you back to our channel another video on Tekla Structural Designer. So friends, in today's video we'll do the design of a steel cantilever truss as per the US codes. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, let's just create a new file in the Tekla Structural Designer, and those of you who have bumped into our channel for the first time, you can check out our channel for videos on various software related to civil engineering. So having said that, let's get started. So first of all, in this we have these settings here. So we want to change the country code, and we want to select the code of the country in which we are selecting, because all the simultaneous results will be as per that. So as you can see in this, you have this various options of your general settings here, and design codes also will have this settings here. So here you can just change it to United States, and all the codes will be as per that. As you can see, these are the codes for the building design in the United States. So settings, you can change that, or you can also import these settings here. So here we can just change the settings to the USA metric. So we'll just do this settings, and we'll just make this as active. So now this is active, and in the design codes also this one is active. So we have activated the codes, and then we'll just click on OK, and after that we'll just go to this model settings here, and in the model settings also in the design codes we'll just do this to your United States. You can see this one will do. So all the codes for the loadings, wind loads, seismic loads and the combinations will be as per this, and we'll click on OK. So after this has been done, we can actually create some construction levels. You can also just check the load cases, and first of all let's check the load cases. So for the dead load it's okay, and for the service load it's okay. For the imposed load we'll have this, we'll name this, we'll copy this, and in this we'll delete this one, and we'll just do this as roof imposed. Name this as roof imposed, and just change this to roof life. And after we have changed that, we can now delete. Already we have deleted the particular imposed load, so we are good to go. And combinations also we can generate here, the combinations, delete all previously generated combinations, and you can select, suppose we are going only for the LRFD combinations, so we have selected only the LRFD combinations here, and next, and this the notional forces we can select here, and you can select for one or you can select for the all. So we, after you've selected this, you just click on finish, and after that you can just click on OK. So after that we can start working on our model. So first of all we'll describe our construction levels. So suppose this is the base, and we'll insert one below. So this will be the base, and this will be our eaves level. So we'll just rename it to our eaves level. You can name it anything you want. This should be top of steel, TOS, and the spacing, let's give us 3 meters. 3 meters spacing we are giving at the eaves level, and this is not a floor, so you can untick this, and you'll insert a level above this. So we'll just name this as the apex level. So when we have done this, and we can just click on OK here, and after this has been done, we can again check the spacing here. So this one we want as 1.2 meters, don't want more than that. We'll just change this, and after that we can do the grid lines. So grid lines, you can import the grid lines if you have any grid lines from the CAD file in the form of the DXF, or else we can create the grid lines just for showing you. Let's take the help of the rectangular wizard, and can name the grids everywhere in every levels. So this is the origin, and this particular x direction will take let's say will take 3 divisions in the x directions, and the length of each divisions will keep as 3 meters, and for the y direction will keep, let's say, 3 divisions also, and the length will be 3 meters. So like this the grid has been created. We have created this, as you can see, 1 2 3 grids in the x direction, and in the y direction also we have the 3 grids. So in the x direction, if you want, you can just do the count here. So here we have 1 2 3 in the 2 divisions in the x direction and 3 divisions in the y direction. So like this we can do, and after that we'll just click on finish. So after this has been done, we can create some columns. So we'll take this steel columns, and we'll just define the section of the columns here. So you can just go to new and edit here the sections, and you can define your sections accordingly. So let's go for the pipes, and initially let's go for this particular pipe of pipe XS of this 125 dia, and then select this, and in this you can see we have this particular options. We'll just check, and you'll have the top level. Top level will do this as your, we have the apex level and the eaves level. So we'll just do this to the eaves level, the top level. So now we can place the columns here. So we are placing for the going for the cantilever one. So let's place the columns in the center, and you can check in 3D as well for the columns. So if you want, we can just make this select all these supports, and as you can see, this all these supports have been fixed, and you can change the particular option of the supports also. You can select this, and you have this option of your foundation supports, and you can see you can make the moment as fixed as well. So this thing you can do, and after that what we can do is, we can, for the cantilever we'll need a frame of reference for inserting our cantilevers. So let's try and go to model, and or we can go to model and we can take a frame here. Let's try placing a frame along this grid line, along grid 4, and then we'll go to structure, frames, and open, double click and open the grid 4. So this is what we are having here, and here let's place some trusses. So we'll go to the model, and we'll have this kind of truss. We'll use the ready-made options of the truss which is available. So we'll go with the pitched roof, and we'll select this end and this end for the truss, and then we'll click on next. So next, and we'll go for the halfway truss, and the divisions you can just change here. We'll go for 3 divisions for the truss, and then the height, let's give this as height of the truss. This one we have taken as 1.2 meters because this is the level of the apex, and then we'll just click on finish. So this truss has been defined. Now we can go to the 3D view and just select this, and after selecting this we can just simply go to edit, and we have the option of copy here. So take the frame of reference or copy point as this one, and then copy it to the next columns very easily, as you can see here. So these are copied very easily. So now for the next thing, we should add some more structural members. Let's add some beams here. So we'll add some beams, and the section we have to choose before that, and you can choose the grade of steel and also the particular section of the steel. So we'll just choose the section here for the beams here. So we want here round beams of, let's go with a diameter of this one, and then select, and then let's apply this. You can change with your right mouse cursor the angle so that you can properly insert them. As you can see, the beam has been inserted. So like this we can complete one cycle of the beam. Now let's choose this point, and the next point. You can also insert bracings as per your design, but right now we're going for the infill beams. So once you have applied that, and you can just simply just apply it to the remaining parts as well. But if you just select this, and we'll try to mirror it, otherwise we'll apply it. So if we go to edit, and we have the option of mirror here, so mirror mode, pick destination point, let's change this to pick mirror plane. So right now if I pick this as my mirror plane, perpendicular one, so we have successfully done the modeling part. So now let's go to the model and apply some roof panels. We'll go to the roof panel and we'll select this roof panel like this, and the next point, okay, this point we have done it wrong, so let's take it again, this one, and the third point, fourth point, and similarly first, second, third and fourth. So after that, let's go and select the dead load here, and the dead load will go to the loading part, and this will go with a slab load of, let's say, 0.75, and then this 0.75 kilonewton per meter square, and then we can or we can go with the area load and then 0.75, and now then we can apply this dead load, and then we'll go for the roof imposed, and for the roof imposed load we'll do as projected, and we'll give a load of 1, and after we have given that, we can then go to the loading and then combinations and generate the combinations once again to make sure that you haven't left any members behind. Finish, generate it again, just check, and this you can select. So after select this, just click on finish and then OK, and then after that you can go to design. So the modeling is complete right now, and after that you can go to design and design steel static. So I have pressed the design steel static, and then the model has been designed. So if we want to check the quantity of this project, we can go to report, and here we can go to this material listing, and after material listing we can click on show report. Here as you can see the report which we have obtained, the grade and the mass of the reinforcement in kg. We can also export Excel, and then you can check the results here in the MS Excel software in that particular format. As you can see here, you can use this data, and after that you will also have the option of your analysis. You can go to the 3D view, and you have the option of your various views here, the view, and also the results view. In the results view, if you go and you just turn on the results, you can and select any particular load or load combinations, and after that you can turn on this value of the forces as well to check the value of the forces: axial force, shear minor, shear major, and if you want to check the deflections, We can check the deflections as well, and you can also right click and you can click on animate, and that will animate the deflection there for you. So this is the deflection of the cantilever which you are seeing. So friends, hope this video you found useful and got to learn some new tricks for the Tekla Structural Designer for it. For more videos on this software and other softwares, you can subscribe to our channel and check out our other playlists. That's all for today. Bye bye.